Hello, my friend, and welcome to part 4 in my Psych Authority series on healing disorganized attachment. In the first 3 parts of this series, we have learned 1. How our brains work when we have a disorganized attachment style. 2. How to pay attention to our thoughts. 3. How to rewire our brain for success. 4. How to express our feelings openly and honestly. 5. How to change our body language. And 6. How to build self-confidence so we can start healing disorganized attachment and begin building a more secure and healthy relationship with our partner. Now, if you have missed the first 3 parts, definitely you should go back and watch them before you watch this video, because there is a lot of really important things in those videos that you need to know in order to fully heal your disorganized attachment. So check the description below for links to those videos. Now, if you have seen those videos, in this video we are going to learn even more ways to build self-confidence so we can have better relationships and enjoy our lives. Now let's get straight into this video. Last time we talked about how important it is to work out if we are going to heal our disorganized attachment style, and we learned that we need to join a local gym. So, the first thing I want to go over in this video is, what do you do when you get to the gym? Now, since we have disorganized attachment, we do tend to struggle with anxiety and depression. And just being at the gym will probably give us some anxiety. Now, here's the thing. Anxiety is basically energy in disguise. And this can actually be turned into a superpower at the gym because you can use it to just go in and absolutely destroy the place. So I recommend that you do something that will burn out all of this excess anxiety that we have built up inside of us. Now, if you literally have no idea where to start with something like the elliptical or the stationary bike. Go in, set the timer for 15, 20, or 30 minutes, and then just go for it. Warm up first by going slowly for the first 5 minutes, and then go from there. If you do find yourself way too exhausted to finish 30 minutes, bring it down a notch and start going slower until you catch your breath. And if your brain starts telling you, you can't do this, you need to stop, just slow down. You don't need to stop, just slow it down, but keep moving until you finish the time. You will be fighting a mental war with yourself, and the more you do it, the more confidence you will be building. Also, make sure to do a 5-minute cool down at the end where you slow down and go easy for 5 minutes. Now, definitely listen to your body, and if you have any health issues, you should pay attention to those as well. But just know going into it that your mind is going to tell you that you have to stop way before you actually need to stop. Your mind quits before your body quits. So keep that in mind. Another good thing to do is the rowing machine. Now you can start by doing 10 minutes with intervals where you row for 1 minute and then you take a break for 1 minute. Then you row for another minute and then you break for another minute. Now believe me, if you have never rowed before, you will be very exhausted at the end of just 10 minutes of this. And that is a very, very good thing. It means you've burned out all your anxiety and your mind will now be in a more peaceful place. Weightlifting is another great thing to get into for building self-confidence. What you can do here is just find one of the people who work at the gym, or even another person who's in there lifting weights, and tell them that you are a total beginner looking to start lifting weights, and then ask if they can show you a simple weightlifting routine to start with. Now, most people at the gym are super cool and they would love to help you with that. Or you can even look online for a beginner weightlifting routine and go from there. And another great thing to start with is swimming. You can watch some videos on YouTube to learn one or two of the strokes and then just start going for it. Now, you are probably going to be terrible at first, but that's why you're doing it, to get better. And each time you do it, you will get better. Just get out there, join a gym, and make yourself go in and work out. You will continue learning more and more over time, and before you know it, it won't be so weird and awkward anymore. This will be a huge turning point in your life, and I guarantee you will thank me for it. So now let's talk about other ways to build self-confidence besides working out at the gym. When we have low self-confidence, it can make us feel like we don't deserve to be loved. After all, if we really do suck as much as we think we do, why would anyone love us? But the truth is, we don't suck nearly as much as we think we do. And when we do things to build our self-confidence, it gets easier and easier for us to start believing that we do actually deserve to be loved. This will cause our relationship and our lives to improve drastically. Another great way to build self-confidence is to wear clothes that you look and feel awesome in. Dressing like a slob can have a very negative effect on your self-esteem, especially if you already struggle with low self-confidence. So make sure to start wearing clothes that you look and feel awesome in. Another way to build self-confidence is to set goals for yourself and then make sure to achieve them. Achieving goals is a great way to prove to ourselves that we can be successful. You can start with very small goals and then gradually move on to bigger goals. For example, you could set a goal of signing up for a gym membership. Then, once you achieve that goal, set another goal of working out, maybe just once a week. Now, last time I said that we need to be working out at least 4 or 5 times a week, but in reality, that might be too much at first. And setting too big of a goal can just set yourself up for failure. It's very important to make goals that are realistic and achievable. So, if you go from going to the gym 0 times a week to going to the gym 1 time a week, that is huge progress. Then, after a week or 2 of going in once a week, set a goal to make yourself go to the gym 2 times a week. Then keep doing this until you hit the overall goal of going 4 to 5 times a week. And here is another great thing you can do to build self-confidence. Start a book of wins. And then every time you achieve a goal, write it down in your book of wins. Even if it is just a very small goal, no matter what it is, if it was a goal and you achieved it, write that down in your book of wins. Then, whenever you start feeling low in self-confidence, just open up your book of wins and show yourself all the things that you have accomplished. And you can even preload your book of wins with accomplishments that you have already made in the past. Then keep adding to your book of wins over time on a regular basis, and your self-confidence will grow more and more every day. And another really good way to build self-confidence and increase self-esteem is to spend more time doing activities that you enjoy doing and that you are good at. When we spend time doing things that we are good at, it really reinforces and reminds us that there are things that we are really good at. And the more we do those things that we are already good at, the better and better we get at them, which just increases our self-confidence even more. Another way to build self-confidence is to face your fears head on and conquer them. When you allow fear to stop you from doing something that you really want to do, you start losing faith in yourself. But when you face your fears head on and conquer them, it is a huge boost to your self-confidence. One good way to look at it is like this. You really only have to be brave for about 5 seconds when you are overcoming your fears. The hardest part is just deciding to do something that you are afraid of and then making yourself do it. But once you start doing it, it's actually easy. The thing that you are afraid of is never going to hurt you as much as your fear of it. Unless we're talking about a lion eating you or something dangerous like that, our fear of something is greater than the danger of the thing itself. So just remember that you only have to be brave for about 5 seconds when you are doing something new and scary. For example, it only takes 5 seconds to decide that you want to walk up to a person who you are afraid to talk to and start talking to them. After those 5 seconds, you are into the event of talking with them, and your fear disappears because you are consumed by doing the event. After the first 5 seconds of deciding that you are going to do it, and then taking the first step towards doing it, your fear will melt away and you will shift into the doing it mode. It's kind of like riding a roller coaster. It's scary when you're climbing up the hill because you're anticipating how scary it will be when you get to the top. But once you get to the top and you start to drop, you don't have time to be afraid anymore, and you're just thrust right into enjoying the moment and the ride. So just be brave for 5 seconds and jump on the roller coaster. You will probably have a great time and be very glad that you did. And last but not least, it is also very important to eat a healthy diet if you want to feel good about yourself. This will also boost your energy levels, put you in a better mood, and help your life all around. Let me know in the comments what you think and how your journey to healing disorganized attachment is going, because I would love to hear from you. Please leave a like and share this video if you have found it helpful. Then click here to discover the next step in healing disorganized attachment, and I will see you there.